What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is a very quick random video, basically tips on how to second or support a loved one who is running a marathon, particularly an ultra marathon like the Comrades Marathon. For the Comrades Marathon, make sure that you download the Comrades Marathon app. I don't know if you can support someone diligently or well without using that app, because the app tells you when to expect the person, where they've crossed, and where that person is estimated to be at a specific point in time. So it's very important to have that app, otherwise it'll be a mess. The second thing, get your person to tell you exactly their estimated splits. So at what point do they expect to be at the 30K mark, for example? At what time do they expect to be at the 40K, 50K, whatever mark? But usually just use the timing mats that are on the Comrades app. I'll try to put them somewhere here, just so that you are specific that I'm expecting this person at 10 a.m. to be at this spot. Because if they're not there by 10:30, 11, honey, you need to move to the next spot. You've missed them. Or you need to, at least if they tell you they're going to be there at 10, be ready by at least 9:30 so that you don't miss them in case they are running ahead of their time. The next thing is to make sure that you park near the exit. There are a lot of road closures during a marathon. Make sure that you are parked towards where you will exit. You don't want to come at your spot and assume that you'll be good when you need to go. You need to be parked in such a way that you see where your exit is, so that it's easy for you to just slide back in the car and go to your next location. Another point is make sure that you are very close to the timing mats. The timing mats are golden. That's what I use, so that it's easy for me to know whether he's crossed that timing mat or not. Because once you see on the app that he's crossed Winston Park, for example, and you know that you are 100 meters or however far you are from that mat, then you open your eyes even wider to make sure that you don't miss them, because there are roughly 15,000 runners on the day. You don't want to, sometimes you can miss your person, just like this. In 2019, if I'm not mistaken, at one of the stops, Kloof, I missed my husband completely. I saw like 30 minutes after his estimated time, I saw that this person is gone. I therefore needed to move to the next spot. And in 2023, I have a vlog of all of these years, guys. The latest one is the 2023 Comrades Marathon that I posted recently. So I almost missed him because he was running just behind a bus. A bus is a group of people who run together, just in case someone doesn't know. So he was running just behind the bus. So I was looking at that bus, and because there were just so many people, I almost missed him. I actually missed him. He's the one who spotted me, and then he came through to me. So make sure that when you see that someone's past that point, the timing mat, that you open your eyes wider than before. Be more alert so that you miss your person. There's nothing worse than missing a loved one, especially if they are dependent on you for nutrition or that little motivation. The next thing is to use buses to gauge if your person is on the way or not, if their times are reliable. So for me, I actually had missed my husband because I saw the 7:30 sub 30 bus, the silver medal bus, cut off, but I just didn't think he would be running that fast. So that's how I missed him. But it's very important that some people tell you I'm running a sub 9, or I'm running a sub 10 hours, I'm running a sub 11 hours or a sub 12 hours. So it's easy for you then to measure those buses. Once those buses go, usually it means that time, it's either your person is missing that time or you've missed your person. So it's very important to just like be very alert around the bus times. The next thing is try to be visible. I've seen some people, they'll have some balloons or a flag or something that makes you stand out from the crowd. Or if you can't do that, because I haven't done that in any of the years, but it's something that I feel like, oh my gosh, I should totally do. Maybe I'll do that this year. But have something that makes you visible to the person that you're supporting. And also, if you can't be visible, then make sure that you stand at a spot that is visible. So don't be too in a crowd as well. Just because it's just like it's going to be difficult for you to spot that person if they're in a bus, it's going to be difficult for them to spot you if you are also in a crowd where you are. I know it's nice, it's vibey. I always enjoy the vibe on the sidelines, but try to be a little bit far away from people so that your person can also see you. And with regards to also where to be positioned, it's very important, or I found that my husband prefers that I stand somewhere where he's on an uphill, so that he doesn't really stop, but he is a bit slower than a downhill, because obviously Comrades is very, very long. No one wants to stop and like grab things and chill. Okay, some people do. It depends on your goal, if you're running for fun or you've got like, goals that you want to meet, etc. But most of the time they just don't want to stand too long, because they're going to lose their momentum if they stand long and they chat. So if you are in an incline, at least they can walk slowly. You can give them whatever nutrition you need to give them, because that's what they've requested, and the supporting words that you want to give them to encourage them for the route. But don't be somewhere where it's downhill and someone has to stop in the middle of a hill, because they could have banked some time and ran faster there, or somewhere where it's flat and someone is just really enjoying the run and now they have to stop for you. So I try to be in an incline so that I can get sufficient time with my person. And one of the other things that I would advise is to try to surprise your person, as much as they know where to expect you. But if you pop up somewhere, it's a lovely surprise for them. But as long as you meet the bare minimum points where they expect you. And in terms of their nutrition, try to bring everything. So last year, one of the people that I was seconding said he wanted muffins, and then I gave him the one muffin. I'm like, do you want another one? No, just one. And at the next spot, it was, I think, a 10-kilometer difference. At the next spot, I didn't carry those muffins because I was like, oh, he's already had. And he was like, oh, do you have the muffin? I'm like, oh no, I left it in the car. So just bring everything along, because you don't know what the person will need. As much as someone can say, I only want the potato at the 50k mark, when you see them again at the 70k mark and you leave the potato and then they want the potato, it's such an awful feeling, because it's just there at the car, but there is no time to go and grab it and bring it to them again. So try to have everything that they could possibly need, so that it's like a quick buffet for them. They don't feel like there's stuff that they need that they don't have, that you don't have as the supporter. This point is for you. Make sure that you pack some food for yourself. I sometimes am too focused on what the sports people need that I forget about myself or the people that I'm with, if I am with people. So make sure that you have the drinks that you need, like water, whatever you need, the food that you need, so that you don't go hungry, because sometimes you won't have enough time in between the different spots to actually grab something for yourself. So while you're busy taking care of other people, don't forget to take care of yourself. And just to spread the risk, make sure that you maybe have the running club or someone else support your person, so that you're not the only person that they're relying on. In case you do miss them, make sure that there's someone else. Another point is, when it comes to their nutrition, give them what they asked for. So don't be adding things that are not there. Specifically, you don't want someone to have foreign things, like giving someone, I don't know, something else when they ask for something else. So give them what they asked for, because you don't want someone to have an upset tummy or a bad run just because you started giving or insisting that they try something new. So it's very important that they tell you specifically what they want and you stick to that, because an ultra, it's very much a mental game. So any small thing can throw someone off, and you don't want to be that person that's throwing someone off because they asked you to buy X and you bought Y as a substitute. Try to be as specific, right down to the flavor of what they wanted, because sometimes it's those little inconveniences that can stay in someone's mind and throw them off throughout the whole race. You buy vanilla instead of chocolate and now they're upset. It hasn't happened to me, luckily, but you just really want to be specific. And also try to maybe freeze your water bottles before, specifically if you're doing shakes that you need to mix up, because I usually mix up shakes. Try to have like 500 ml bottles that you will have, that you freeze the night before. This is just good because the heat in Durban is real, so you want to give them something that's really cold, not something that's at room temperature and warm, and it helps to cool them down along the route. If it was frozen the night before, it may have melted obviously along the way, but that's fine, because obviously you don't want to give them a rock icy thing as well. But just try to make sure that you keep things being the right temperatures. Earlier on, when my husband was still running quite long, I think at some point I even used to cook him pasta or whatever he wanted, whereas now he relies solely on the nutrition shakes that I give him along the route. But if you do need to cook something, make sure that you make time for that, or you ask someone else to prepare those meals or prepare them the night before. But you also want them to at least be a little bit warm. So I don't know whether it's a wonder bag or a cooler box or something that will keep the temperature correct for whatever item that you want to dispense to the person. Another important point is to be positive and encouraging. You don't want to be the one saying, you said you'd be here at 9, it's 9:30 now, that means it's not going great. So just to be encouraging and be excited that they're there and push them along the way, rather than being the one who is an inconvenience. And sometimes they might be mean or more demanding along the way. During that time, just suck it up and allow them, because I feel like it's a lot of pressure for them to reach their goals if they got goals in place, and it's actually like a really long distance. It's the whole day, so maybe you can hold out on making things about yourself if they start being Comrades Zilla on you in terms of their demands. Just try to do what you can and be as supportive as you can. And one very important point is to make sure that you leave ample time between the finish line and the last stop where you are supporting them, because you can easily miss them if you take very long between the last spot and getting to the finish line. And mind you, as PMB especially, it's not that easy to get in and out, so leave yourself enough time so that you get to the finish line on time and you can see them cross the finish line, hopefully, or you can meet them at the tent with their items. One rookie mistake that I did the first year is that I forgot in the car, his bag for the final stop, and that literally meant he was freezing in wet clothes that he'd been sweating in all day until we got to the car from the tent, which was quite a distance from his club tent. So always just bring along the clean shoes, clean clothes that he needs to change into, a towel maybe if he needs to pat himself clean and wipe the sweat away. But just have everything that you need at that final spot. Have it on your person. Don't leave things in the car, because sometimes you park very far away from where you'll be meeting the person that you're supporting. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is all I have for you guys. Good luck. I will see you, some of you, hopefully on the route. If you are, I will definitely be vlogging, so I will see you then. And guys, stop. Bye guys. Don't put it in your mouth, just close your mouth. Oh my word, these kids just okay, my phone's ringing. Cheers.
She just the girl, she for you.